Hello, my name is James, and welcome to Mirror Domains, and this is a reaction and review for MasterChef Canada, Season 7, Episode 3, MCC4U Delivery. For you. Now, if you haven't seen one of these from me, guys, I can't show you the footage here on the side due to copyright reasons, but I will put in my reactions at times where you'll be able to hear the audio. What it means is that this is for people who have seen the show already and are familiar with the events. This is just my reaction to some of the events that you may be familiar with, and then I'll talk about how I feel like the show is going halfway through, and I'll wrap things up with my review at the end. All of it can be found in time codes for you guys in the description and on that bar there on YouTube. Now, what happened last episode? It was Barrie. Barrie went home last episode in the Japanese showdown. So it looks like this one they're going to do some kind of delivery, right? So that's going to be cool. With that being said, guys, let's just get right into it. Oh, April Lee had to drop out, eh? I hope she's okay. Barrie comes back. Really? They're giving him a third chance. See, the thing about being targeted as a threat is that then people will focus on you in challenges to cook and to compete because they want to get you out. So it's good that some people have not got that label on them, like Taya, because I'm rooting for her. This is cool. I like this. This is how I was figuring how they would deal with the pandemic. They can't go to restaurants anymore, so they have to do stuff like this. That's very smart. Okay, so that's why they were naming their threats. So they only get an hour? Yeah, so Jeremy is in control and making it more of his style, which is okay, but some of the other cooks haven't cooked that stuff before. Yeah, I don't know about this portobello taco. Why doesn't Barrie want to use the mandolin?
Anybody got any beer? It would give us the money that we need to help us rebuild and give us.
Christopher had a cafe that had to close down because of the pandemic. That's a real bummer. It's happening to all of us, though, guys, and it's just. I like how the show is giving us glimpses into what these people have been doing while they've been away from the show, and catching up with us with what they've been doing. I like that a lot.
At my restaurant, we've had to close our doors. We reverted to a takeout model.
Oh, see, Andrew has been doing takeout. MCC4U, and I really like the look on that eggplant. See, this is what I'm a little bit confused, though, is they get to cook for an hour, but then the app doesn't open until they're almost done, and then the orders come in. So how do you know how much to cook for then? You may cook all of this stuff, and some of it may not get ordered, or I don't understand.
MasterChef Canada Delivery Challenge.
Or they're just given that some people will order a certain amount of this stuff.
It's a photo finish. 1 chicken wings, 2 noodle salad. Got it.
Yeah, because they've cooked all of this stuff, but it's learning to put together a line now to assemble everything. Oh. So that is the difference. It's not like a staggered coming in of orders. It all comes in like that. That's challenging. That's the difference. And I like how the judges called that out. So they're not happy with the chicken wings. Oh, the jerk chicken's not spicy enough? Yeah. I think the point's going to the red team.
resources. Our team needs
Yeah.
leadership to win this challenge.
Oh, and Teo's right to call that out, saying that, hey, communication is very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to just get swamped, and it's going to come at you really fast.
Who has taken on the job of
And I'll tell you this: if things break down on the line, and one person starts to like snap, then it's kind of like contagious. It just goes all down the line, and everybody just kind of like it just things implode on itself. It's not good. Even Chef Michael is saying, yeah. And you see how Chef Michael did that? He stepped in there and he was talking like he knows. Well, he is the master chef, so he, you could see the difference in command, in posture, than the way that Jeremy was doing it. Not that Jeremy's weak; he's a very strong competitor, strong cook. It's just you could see that difference, right? Yeah, they're gonna need 2 people on those tacos.
moving people off other stations to the taco station.
I want to know, these tacos, do they taste good? Because of the seasoning.
What I would call a very compelling taco.
Claudio calls it out right away.
The filling inside. You're thinking, you know? I know.
Well, they didn't like the eggplant, and I was thinking that eggplant looked good. Yeah. Claudio's not happy with the size of the portion.
Very whimsical, playful, really well done.
So they like the blue team's
Flavor. It is the kind of thing
noodle dish.
more
So far, that's the top contender, right?
15 minutes without
That they like the most.
and that he's grown up on.
This is going to be tough to find out who's the weakest out of this system.
So good. 2 Pokeball.
And by the timing, it looks like there's not going to be a cook-off. They're just going to say, this person was the weakest? I don't know how that's going to work.
This sweet potato to me is absolutely delicious. It's
Huh.
very good.
So they both... So the judges like both of the final dishes. I thought the blue one was going to knock it out of the park.
And I know our flavors were so amazing.
Getting down to the last order of the night is always... It's like reaching the top of the mountain. It's like, whew, another service done, good. It's like finishing the race. It's just there's a good feeling to it. It's hard to describe. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't think anybody's going to go home this week. By the way that this is playing out, I think they're just going to have a losing team, and then maybe at the beginning of next episode somebody will go home in a cook-off, because they're not going to have a cook-off in this episode. My hands are a little bit sweating. Red team? I'm thinking it's the red team. Yep. There you go. Because the only dish that they really didn't like was a little bit of that eggplant dish, right? Oh, so it is next week.
Especially scary this season because they are getting progressively.
Oh, don't worry, Andrew. You'll be fine. You got Andre and Andrew on that team. Those 2 will be fine. Okay, so that was episode 3 of MasterChef Canada, season 7, MCC4U Delivery. And there wasn't an elimination this week. It was all about how this kitchen worked for a delivery service. And that was tough. That was a tough competition, because you're prepping all of this stuff and they were starting to run out of ingredients at the end, like components. And when that happens, you're already running strained because the way that the orders come in. It's not like a normal kitchen like in a restaurant where you get orders slowly coming in and you just knock them off as they come in. This one, they come in all in one big kind of clump. And you just got to assemble stuff. So when you're assembling all that stuff and then you get low on some product and you got to start making backup for that, then you're super strained. And that's the way that it happened for the red team towards the end, when they were minimizing the orders, like the size of the orders, and they got called out for that by Chef Alvin. And that's the way you got to do it. I mean, it's a tough thing to do, but I'm surprised that they got away with that, good enough to win. I'm happy that the red team won. But the blue team is going to have to do a pressure test, I'm guessing, at the beginning of the episode next week, and then maybe 2 people will go home next week. Or if the whole episode is just going to be one big pressure test, who knows? But I think Andrew is going to be fine. I think Andre is going to be fine. We'll see. May didn't really do a whole lot. It didn't look like she was stepping up there to lead the team, even though she was the one who picked the team. So I like the episode. I like to see how that all played out. Some of the dishes, though, didn't look all that appetizing. The taco one, I agree with Barrie, but Barrie was kind of like whining and complaining about it the whole time. And hey, once you decide something, and you got to lock in and go for it. But yeah, he was. And of course, Barrie came back in because April Lee was out with an injury. So I'll have to look online to see exactly why that is. And hold on, maybe I can do that right now. Oh, back injury. Okay, so April Lee left for a back injury, and that's and apparently she's got a video up on the CTV website. Is that where it is? I'll watch it later. But a back injury, that's not good. That you got to take care of that stuff. And it's a bummer that she's got to bow out. But overall, it was a good episode. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Were you surprised that the blue team is going to have to go to the pressure test? And who are you rooting for? And who do you think is going to go home from that blue team? I think Barrie is going to go home for the second time this season. So that's the way I'm thinking. Yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. And let's continue on. This is part of a playlist you guys can follow up in the cards and in the description below. If you don't want to feel like subscribing to the channel, subscribe to the playlist and you'll know when the next video gets published. I usually do it on Mondays. I was a little bit delayed this week and I apologize for that. All right, let's continue on.